fixing a dead iMac. Okay, so I had this 2012 iMac i7 that the hard drive failed. This one had a what they call fusion drive, which is like a little hybrid, and I got this question mark and it doesn't do. And I ran disk utility and it's trying to fix it, or which means it's reformatting the whole hard drive. So I said, hey, it's time for a new hard drive or SSD. So I looked up online, OWC, and they had a replacement solid state drive for 27-inch iMac, and mine was a 2012. And they had an option of doing a chip version or the actual drive version. So I chose the drive version, and I was contemplating if I should go for 500 or a 1 terabyte, 500 gig or a terabyte. So I went with 1 terabyte. And this is a whole kit. So it comes with the dismantle kit and the drive itself and the thermal, which, because solid is a little bit of a colder, it needs a thermal. So there's a whole kit. And I also found this one on Amazon because I have Amazon Prime, so I could get it quickly. So checked and everything is the same thing. It's an OWC product. So I ordered it, and lo and behold, I got it. It came in the mail. So I'm gonna open it and see what's inside. A little struggle to open it, but they were very quick. It took me maybe 3 days to get this, and I'm checking to see if everything is in there for me to do. Okay, so there's a suction cup, 2 of them, and there's the SSD drive. I'm not sure what 6G means. I think it has to something to speed. And this one is the bracket adapter, because the one existing, which you will see later, is 5 1/4, and this one needs 3 1/2. And this is the what they call fiber clothing, ultra fine fiber clothing, to clean up the monitor. Pretty good. And the box that came with, let's see, I'll open it. It has the adhesive, because this one doesn't have a screw, and heat sink. I was explaining the solid state drive probably does not have too much heat compared to the hard drive, so they need this thermal to make so it will not kick in the fan as much as they need. And this is the adhesive, replacement adhesive, because you gotta take them out, everything. And there's that SSD drive. So what I'm gonna do is take that drive and plug into another Mac. I have a MacBook Pro, and then format that from another Mac. They call it erase. So I'm gonna erase / format it, and it's gonna take a little while to format 1 terabyte. And this is done through Apple's own disk utility, and it's initializing, and I'm going to keep everything like default. Okay, now it's done. Now it's asking me if I want to use this for time machine backup. I said no. Okay, now I'm going to launch a program called Carbon Copy Cloner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a clone of my MacBook Pro because it has all the apps that I need, all the operating system that I need, that I'm gonna stay at Mojave, and then make this one bootable, which means recovery HD. And it's warning me it's gonna initialize, and I had another drive, so I'm gonna disable the drive, and then I'm gonna mount the drive that I just formatted it with the boot sector. So I'm gonna clone this. This process takes a long time, a real long time. It took basically 3.5 hours. So I said, oh come on, yep, that's the message. It says it's gonna be destructive, and it's cloning, it's going and it's going. And meanwhile, going back to the broken iMac, and there's a little tool that came with it. It's a little circle thing with a little handle on it, so you gotta kind of pry it open, run it through many times, side, top. Be careful where the eyesight is. I had to go many times and try to pry it open. There's no screws. This is the only way you can access the hard drive. And gradually I could see it coming, and I could lift them up, and so I got those 2 suction cups, and carefully, very carefully, attach those suction cups. Okay, and I'm gonna take the monitor. You see that it's kind of lifting. There we go, very carefully. Yep, it's held them very tight here. So according to them, there's 2 cables that I need to disconnect before actually remove the screen from the body of the iMac. So I'm looking at there, what's in there. I see those 2 cables, and then looking elsewhere if there's anything I should pay attention. Okay, so I need more light, and maybe a little bit of a better angle to see what's there. Yep, I can see better with a better light there. Okay, so 2 suction cups attached there. So I'm going to open it up, and it's on this side, and you see those 2 cables that I'm going to untangle or disconnect. It was a little bit toughy. I tried the left side one, and I was not successful with one hand. So I took the other one off. That was easy. Just yank it out, and there we go. So I couldn't do it with one hand, so you will not see me doing that. I tried, and I think by doing that I kind of broke a little piece off there, so I don't want to risk it anymore. So anyway, I got those 2 cables out and remove this cover, and there it is. That's the inside gut of the iMac, and you see right in the middle there's a big hard drive. That's the other side of the cover. You see those 2 cables that I disconnected. So I put that on the side while I do it. But you see on the outer area, all the gunks are still there. So there's my new hard drive, or the old hard drive I have taken out. It's an old-fashioned mechanical drive that actually spins around, which failed. And there's a little cable. I'm inspecting if there's anything else I need to pay attention. Everything looks pretty good. Only thing is that on the side, the adhesive that's remaining, I have to peel them off. I have to peel those gunk out. So that was a little bit of an involved process. Some are easy to just peel them off. So as you see in the earlier footage, that it does come with a replacement adhesive. So after I remove all this, it's gonna come with replaced with a new one here. Some are a little tough. Okay, and then this is the monitor side, and the monitor side has that cable that I need to remove also, or the adhesive, not the cable. And that was a little bit involved process. I had to kind of use a razor blade to kind of help. Make sure everything's kind of clean, so when I put that back together, it'll be like real fresh. That's what they call eyesight, which is like a little webcam. And I took him out, and it looks good. So I got a little compressed air. So this is my opportunity to clean it up, make sure there's no years of dust buildup, and even took the fan out if the fan has anything in there. Maybe that was not necessary, but while you're at it, kind of do it. Yep, more compressed air. More compressed air. Gonna clean it out as much as possible. Okay, meanwhile, Carbon Copy Cloner has completed cloning the other drive. It took 3.5 hours, and I put that SSD in there. So that's the thermal mount, which will detect the temperature. It's mounted pretty good. I had to take the mounting post from the old one and put it on the new one. So that worked here. And before putting it together, I actually connected the monitor and kind of boot them up. And it boots with the cloned SSD. It was working. Put my password in there, see if it goes to the actual program, and it should. Yep. And I feel it's a little faster because it's SSD, and all the program is there, and everything looks good. So this is the replacement adhesive that I put there. It's all numbered, but I put the peel off the other side and then make sure it's really firmly affixed to it. And all you have to do is peel off those number to expose the other side, and then put the monitor back in there. They really planned out really good. This is pretty good. OWC. So I put it together, boot them up again. You see that the suction marks are still there. So maybe it takes a little long because it's initializing for the first time. And there it is. It booted them up. Actually, if you see on the side there's a number, so I didn't really attach that yet. So I just want to make sure it boots up correctly. And then I'm checking the main program that I use, which is Logic Pro, but it's Mojave 27-inch, 32 gig RAM, and let's see, that's the built-in display, and then storage is I'm using half of a terabyte and 32 gig of RAM, which is pretty good. It should serve me for maybe another few years. Mojave to be compatible with the current software that I have. Although we're down to Big Sur, the current one should work just fine. What are they doing outside? So this is a screen capture of the computer. I went for a little bit of a night mode. And then it's the Mojave. Check. Okay, I connected a second monitor, so it shows on the monitor. And that's the hard drive that's attached to it. And then all the memories. Okay, and then I'm gonna test my Logic Pro. Fire them up. Make sure it works. It does. I'm going to open up an existing project. With a little delay, but I got, yep, my session worked up. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I'm just going to close this one here, and then my other software is Pro Tools. Pro Tools needs what they call an iLock dongle. The reason I'm keeping this is the fact that this one has 4 older type USB plug-in, which is really good. And Pro Tools needs a dongle to activate it. Yep, there's no what they call a cracked version of Pro Tools. You have to buy it. So I'm gonna try to create a dummy session to see if everything's working okay. Yeah, I said okay, sure. Let's create one. Well, let's create another one, and it should fire up. It's loading. Yeah, Pro Tools was always a little bit of a hassle. There we go. It opened up with a blank session. There's airplanes flying over the place. Looks cool. Everything's done. So I'm gonna shut down Pro Tools, and yeah, I made the dead Mac alive again. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.